I'm here with Priscilla Barnes, which is a dream come true for me to meet her. Thank you for agreeing to talk about Michael Landon. What was it like working with him on Highway to Heaven?
Well, first of all, I was really nervous because I was raised on Bonanza, and he was Little Joe, right? I was in love with him. I wanted to give away my virginity to Michael Landon. You know, I'm here, I'm like 9 or something. And my parents knew it because they came on Sunday nights. They go, if you don't mow the lawn, because we all, you know, my parents had kids, they thought to work, you know. So I go, if you don't mow the lawn, you're not going to watch Bonanza. I'm like, oh my God. So here I am. You know, it's harder when you're an actress. You meet famous people, you work with famous people, and then after, you know, but when you have such a huge crush on someone. So I met him, and, you know, he has that incredible hair, and he, you know, he was talking about how he, you know, believed that he was Samson, and that's what gave him his strength. He talked about growing up in New Jersey, his mother, who was kind of like, he said, Streetcar Named Desire, Blanche Dubois, and we would walk around. He was directing that episode. He acted in it as well. And the cool thing about him too, when they would say, "Michael, you have to be on camera. This is a, you know, a 2-shot of your close-up," he'd go, you know, he was always trying to get, even though he wrote the episode, he was always trying to find a way to not be in it because he never wanted to upstage other actors. He loved to direct. He had the same cinematographer that was the DP on Bonanza, and he kept him so we could get his insurance. And I think he was like over 80. Then he introduced me to some of his kids because I think, like, you know, 27 of them were on the set, were on the crew. And the crew loved him because we'd always finish, we'd have to finish by 4 o'clock because he wanted, especially if there was a big game on, you know, he'd get him even out of there sooner. It ran like a tight ship, but it was easy. It was not like working. And he was so easy to talk to. I would just talk to him for days. And then I guess we talked so much that his wife did show up on the third day. I think people must have been saying, "You got to get on that set." But I'm sure, you know, he was just, you know, he was just incredible. But we never talked about acting or people. Just talk about, you know, life. We just clicked. And his daughter is on Yellowstone. I can't think of her name. Jennifer. I mean, she is a rock star. I mean, she is amazing. I wish he was alive to see it. You know, I'm sure he does, though. I'm sure he's up in the ether.
Yes.
He's just, I can't think. I mean, that's why I love doing this, because usually I get asked to talk about people, and I've had to decline and say, you know, I don't have any good memory of this person. I don't have anything positive to say, so I can't do the interview, you know. But Michael, I could do a whole chapter on him. He was just amazing. And he had nothing I ever did tell him that I had a crush on him when I was 9. I never told him any of that. He lived in Malibu, and he used to say that he'd come to work and go, "Oh, I saw a dolphin pod outside of my window, you know, his dining room window." And he just loved, he was so appreciative of life.
Yes.
It's just, I guess he was just kind of, you know, he did so much. I mean,
yeah.
And think of him, what he did.
He did.
During Bonanza, he started to write, you know,
yes.
episodes for Bonanza. I don't know if he did direct. Did he do direct?
I think he did direct Bonanza too.
But then when he did Little House on the Prairie, then he did, you know, Highway to Heaven. I mean, people weren't doing that then. People weren't making their own dreams come true, their own realities come true. They were, now it's a common thing, right?
Yeah.
But he
could do everything. He really sang.
He did it, huh?
He was a singer and a dancer.
And did he ever dance on camera or sing on camera?
He did dance like on some TV specials. He would do some dancing, but he was a big singer. He put out some records, I believe.
I wonder what his voice sounded like.
Oh, I could show you on my channel. I've got a lot of videos of him singing.
Oh, see? He would
He
just
could do everything.
Because a lot of actors say, if you ask him to do something different, maybe on a set or something, they're, no. He would I worked once with Sean Penn, and he was the same. He would, if I would say I was playing this stripper, and I said, and I would go, you don't know how hard it is, with this pole and blah, blah, and he just would get up and jump on the pole. Do you know what I mean? He would just try stuff, he wouldn't stand back. And it looks easy to do that, but it's not easy to do that.
No.
And Michael was that way. He was like a grand master on that set. Everybody respected him and everybody loved him. I've never met another person like him.
Oh, that's really nice.
So
Thank you.
I'm thrilled when I met you and you asked me to do this, and I'm sure it's too long and probably boring.
No, it's great. I appreciate it. I don't get a lot of
and tonight I'll go, oh, I should have told that story. Oh, I should have done that. Because, I was the guest star, so, we spent a lot of time shooting and, driving around. And I remember I had to drive a car down a driveway. And he had written it. It was a scene, and he was the passenger and I was the driver. And I don't think he didn't like me driving. And I go, well then why'd you write it? If you wrote it that I'm driving. He goes, I have never, my wife. I go, that's what I asked him. I go, I'm sure your wife. Have you been in a car with your wife? She drives. He goes, I have never let my wife drive. So he was a kind of a controlling person, I guess. I don't know.
He liked to control. He was in control.
Well, obviously, if he wrote, directed,
but he did
acted.
it all so well. It was better than he did.
That was it. And look at him.
And he was gorgeous. He was gorgeous, right? I'm sure he was a lot more gorgeous than we actually even see on the TV.
He looked just like he did on TV. He was as gorgeous as he was on, because sometimes you meet people and they're gorgeous, and in real life you go, oh, He looked exactly the same. I wonder what he's doing wherever he is.
I don't know. I'm sure it's something fun, because he had a great sense of humor, right?
Directing the angels.
He had a great sense of humor.
There was nothing wrong with him. And he was a great listener. Because a lot of people, they talk, and then if you start to talk, you see their eyes glaze over because you're not talking about them.
Right.
He was fascinated by people. He was interested in people. Maybe that's why he was so successful at everything he did. He was really interested. And it was never about him.
Yeah.
That's why after I met him, I was so nervous because, little Joe, after I met him, kind of within the first hour,
I've been
all
told
those fears just melted away.
I've been told by a lot of people that he didn't have an ego. He had no ego.
But he had to. Because look what he did.
But
you know what I mean?
That's true.
Only his wife would know. The real good stuff. I don't know any of that stuff. I only know But he was really, really good.
Thank you so much, Priscilla.
Okay.
I know you want to get back to signing for other people. Thank you.